Debbie said Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We need to sit around together.
I know that was so nice.
It was.
We'll do that again sometime, sitting around. Yeah.
It's hard because if they're doing all this and we've got 100 people watching, and to make sure that they can see who we are. This is our do it again. Should never have. I knew it wasn't a reference.
Pnei Shabbat nekabla lecha dodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabla Shabbat shalom Shabbat shalom Shabbat shalom umevorach Shabbat shalom Shabbat shalom Shabbat shalom umevorach.
Good evening, Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to our service. We welcome you who decided to still stay here until the first snowfall, and everyone else who's watching. We had about 100 people watching last week, so we're glad that we transitioned from more people here and then fewer out there, but welcome to all of you. We'll begin with the lighting of our candles on page 2, and we have anyone who'd like to come up and light, and then the cantor sings. Great. May the Shabbat candles that we now light inspire us to see justly and gently, look honestly and with kindness, and to see what's holy in each other.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shall Shabbat.
Thank you. We turn in our prayer books to page 4, at the bottom of the page. Hine matov, good and pleasant is to see all of you.
It is so wonderful that we are here on this Shabbat evening together. So please take just a moment to say Shabbat Shalom to someone sitting nearby. טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, 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 שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
So we turn to page 8 at the bottom of the page. We'll continue with our family prayer. May we never take for granted the gift of Shabbat as we sit nestled in the Rocky Mountains, sharing this humble moment with family and friends. The satisfaction of celebrating Shabbat, hearten our spirits. Let Shabbat peace bring quiet to our souls. Allow this time set aside for song and prayer to bring us closer together in thoughts and deeds. Space we share become our place of devotion, glowing with reverence and filled with our traditions. May the end of this week encourage us to examine our actions and let us look ahead toward the new week, be worthy of all of God's blessings. The top of page 8 is we welcome the angels of peace. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Vo'achem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzitchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
And upon arriving in Jerusalem, the pilgrims lifted up their eyes to the mountains and asked, "From where does my help come?" And we've been closely lifting our eyes to the mountains, saying, "When do the snow blowers begin to make their fresh snow?" Top of page 12.
Et Sinai el Harim, me'ayin me'ayin yavo Ezri. Et Sinai el Harim, me'ayin me'ayin yavo Ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai, oseh shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai, oseh shamayim
as I was sitting in the office earlier this evening, just looking over the service, I heard this entire service one other time. And that was because
I was the cantor for a synagogue in Springfield, Illinois tonight at their service, which they bring in a different musical prayer leader every single week, and they have a screen in their sanctuary, and the rabbi, they do it over Zoom. The rabbi leads the service, and I lead it with him virtually. It's very cool.
couldn't imagine what I was listening to.
So I did. I just did all of this, and now we get to do it all again.
Well, it was practice. It was practice
I was
for
practicing for tonight.
Right. Well, we're going to welcome the Sabbath bride as we go back to the 16th century Tzfat, the center of Jewish mysticism, Lecha Dodi, page 16.
Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela La 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Shamor v'zachor b'ribor echad Hishmi'anu el ha'meichad Adonai echad Shmo echad L'shem al tiferet ve'litchila La 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 L'chad dodi Likrat likrat kala Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Lecha lecha dodi Likrat likrat kala Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilchad Ki yehi mekor ha'veracha Mirash mikenem nisucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshevat tchila La 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 Lecha dodi Likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Lecha lecha dodi Likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Mikdash melech nir melucha Kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rab l'shevet be'et mechavacha Behu yachol alaychem La 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 Lecha dodi Likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Lecha lecha dodi Likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela.
The bottom of page 18, we rise, face the rear of the sanctuary as we greet the Sabbath bride.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'simcha u'v'tzala Tachem u'nei asegula Boi chala, boi chala La 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 Lecha dodi Likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Lecha lecha dodi Likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela La 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 Lecha dodi Likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela Lecha lecha dodi Likrat likrat ka Pnei pnei Shabbat likavela.
May be seated. As we continue the top of page 21 with Psalm 92, it's the musician's psalm as we continue responsively. It is good to give thanks to you, O Lord, to praise your name through song, to speak in the morning of your loving kindness and your faithfulness each night. Music of the lute and the harp, melody of the lyre, I'll sing with my delight. Page 20 at the bottom of the page.
Tzadik katamar yifrach ke'eres bavanon yizkeh shetuli beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu. Oh,
turn to page 23, and if there's someone who would like to lead us in our reading from the Boston Globe just for today. I was going to say, is anyone born in 1921? I'm not going to ask. No, we aren't asking for volunteers. But here, if you'd like to lead us page 23 as a young man.
One day only, forgetting yesterday and tomorrow, and not trying to solve the whole problem of life at once.
Just for today, I'll be unafraid of life and death, unafraid to enjoy the beautiful and be happy. People are as happy as they make up their minds to be.
Just for today, I will adjust myself to what is and not try to adjust everything to suit me. If I cannot have what I like, I will try to like what I have.
Just for today, I'll be agreeable, cheerful, charitable, do my best to praise people for what they can do, not criticize them for what they cannot do, and if I find fault, I'll forgive it and forget it. I'll try not to improve nor regulate anybody except myself.
Just for today, I will have a plan. I may not follow it exactly, but I will have one. It will save me from worry, hurry, and indecision.
Just for today, I'll get people off my nerves and not get on theirs. I appreciate them for what they do and what they are.
Just for today, I will not show it if my feelings are hurt.
Just for today, I'll find a little time for quiet to relax, realize what life is and can be. Time to think about God, get a better perspective of myself.
Just for today, I will look at life with fresh eyes and discover the wonder of it. I will know that as I give to the world, so the world will give to me.
Thank you. As we turn to page 24 and rise, our call to worship, join together in the Baruch Hu.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed.
May be seated. As the cantor looks for our next song in place of page 28, so we sing something from the back. We'll continue responsively on page 29. We always have so many nice things in the back to sing. Mariva Ravi? Okay, well, let's do page 29 first. Of this space we share in this Shabbat Eve, may we never forget the holiness of Makom, this place because we gather together in a Beit Tefillah, a house of worship. The space we share in this Shabbat Eve, may we never forget the lessons learned in this place, because it's here that we gather together in Beit Midrash, a house of study. This place we share on this Shabbat Eve, may we never forget the friendship within Makom, this place, because it's here that we gather together in Beit Knesset, a house of meeting. The space we share on this Shabbat Eve, may our doors always be open to the lonely that hunger for love, and greet them with a welcoming Shabbat Shalom. This space we share on this Shabbat Eve, may we always be aware of all faiths that share Makom, this place. There's holiness in its worship as in ours. The space we share in this Shabbat Eve may always be a place where music inspires our souls and warms our hearts. And which one?
Mariva Ravi.
Page 26 at the top of the page.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv v'ravim u'ma'avir yom u'mevi laila u'mavdil ben yom u'vein laila
page 30 at the top of the page, we join together. Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam Vaed, Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, Bechol levavcha uvchol nafshecha, Uvechol meodecha, Vehayu hadvarim ha'ele, Asher anochi mitzavecha, Hayom alevavecha, Vishinantam levanecha, V'dibarta bam, B'shivtecha b'veitecha, Ulechtecha avaderech, Uvshachbecha uvkumecha, Ukshartam leot al yadecha, Vehayu letotafot bein einecha, Uchtavtam al mizuzot beitecha, Uvisharecha, Leman tizkeru, Basitem et kol mitzvotai, Vitem kedoshim leloechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti atchem, me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
This Shabbat evening, as we seek peace and comfort, shield us from the hatred and destruction that plague so many corners of our world, and console those in need. The top of page 34 as we join together, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzitzeinu, uvoinu, lechaim u'shalom, be'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom lehamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
As we read in the book of Exodus, in 6 days the Lord created the heavens and the earth. Seventh day he ceased from his work and rested. Page 36 as we join together, Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam, berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam, berit olam. Shabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat lidorotam, berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim
Yamim
asa Adonai Shvi,
Shvi.
Shabbat vayinafash. Shabbat
Shabbat.
vayinafash. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat. La'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam. Berito olam vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat. La'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam. Berito olam.
Amazing the energy you still have, and we're our second service that you're doing. Thank you. Well, there are those in our community in need of healing of body, mind, or spirit. If you have a person in your life in need of healing, please feel free in just a moment to share their name aloud. We continue page 38. Mishaberach.
Mishaberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
We offer these blessings for full healing to Ronnie Baker, Gail Balin, Sue Beiser, Blanche Deutsch, Chris Eldridge, and Larry Ellens, Carol Ann Finn, Sherry Frank, Barbara Goldberg, Deborah Goldman, Elaine Grablowski, Mark Grablowski, Lori Hellman and Mike Herman, Ray Ivry, Harriet Jaffe, and Sharon Camber, Mary Sue Katz, Herman Keek, Phil Krasnow, Judith Landau, Barbara Myers, Stephen Reese, Bruce Rogers, Bill Silvers, and B. Sklerowitz, Dina Stempler, Debbie Stensler, Merle Steyer, Alan Tenenbaum, Richard Taxman, Donna Weinstock, and Jerry Weinstock. Thank you.
Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Turn to page 40 and rise as we continue with the Reader's Kaddish.
Yitkadav yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'almad yivrak yiratei ve'amlich malchutei.
B'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecha Beit Yisrael bagala bagala uv'izman kariv.
V'yimeru.
Amen. Yesh me'rabba mevarach le'alam olam me'omaya yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yipar v'yitroma v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shemei dekudsha.
Brechu.
Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata.
Tushbechata v'nechemata damihiran bi'alma.
V'yimeru.
Amen. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. As we continue page 42, then silently through page 57.
Na 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 na. תפתח. עננה ופי יגיד, ופי יגיד תהילתך. ופי יגיד תהילתך.
May be seated when you've completed the Amida. We continue with our prayer for peace on page 54 at the bottom of the page. Sim Shalom.
Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uveracha. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uveracha. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uveracha.
Thank you. As we continue through the book of Genesis, this week we're studying from Parshat Noach, the story of Noah. And it's interesting when you begin reading it in a very different way, that no one in the entire Torah is introduced with possibly more glowing accolades than Noah. It says, Noah ish tzaddik, he is righteous, tamim, he is pure, etz ha'elohim hitaleach Noach, Noah walks with God. So 3 times during the account of the flood, The Torah tells us that Noah did exactly as God told him to do. So who is this person Noah? All we really know is that he lived for 350 years after the flood, and after that he disappears into history as quickly as he came into the Torah. Now, when we reread the story of Abraham, the first Jew, the Torah devotes 4 weekly portions to Abraham. When we read the stories about Moses, he's featured in the majority of the Torah. So where did Noah go wrong? How is Noah different from a man like Abraham? Well, the answer lies precisely in the phrase, V'ya'as Noach, Noah did exactly as God told him. So God comes to Noah and he says he's about to destroy all of humanity and that Noah should build an ark to save himself and his family. Now, I know my reaction would be quite different than Noah. And Noah didn't even flinch. He says, yes, sir, 1 ark coming right up. But did you notice something strange? God says he's about to destroy the entire world, and Noah doesn't even flinch. He just goes out and he builds himself an ark. Noah didn't ask, what was the horrible crime that everyone did? He doesn't argue with God, why would you destroy the whole world? Now, I searched for a midrash to answer the question. That's how the rabbis try to explain what's not understood. But there wasn't much to be found. The rabbis don't discuss heinous crimes like murder or rampant violence, corruption in the houses of power. Instead, our rabbis ask, what's the difference? This is how they have to answer it with another question. What's the difference between Gezel and Hamas? And Rabbi Hanina explains Hamas is the theft of a very small amount. Gezel, that's the theft of a very large amount. And then the Midrash goes off on this tangent of an example. They say this is what the generation of the flood would do. When someone would come to the market to sell their beans, many people would steal an amount so small that they could not be prosecuted in court. So Rabbi Hanina cites a relatively small act, reason all of life on the planet was then needed to be put to death. So the world was not destroyed because of this whirlwind of violence, rather due to a still small voice of immorality. Small acts of theft that fell out of the purview of any kind of a legal system. So Rabbi Hanina goes on and he says the cumulative effect of small acts like a theft resulted in a significant loss for the bean seller. And the small thefts signify a disregard for morality. Well, that's where they stop in this full explanation of why God is going to destroy the world, and Noah says nothing. But when Abraham is told that God's about to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, what does Abraham do? He fights tooth and nail. God did not tell him to do so, but God didn't need to. Abraham knew that what he believed in, and he took initiative. So in contrast to Abraham, Noah was a yes man, and God does not want a yes man. God created us as humans with feelings and thoughts and ideas, created independence for us to use and not for us to suppress. So Abraham stood up for what he believed was right. Noah didn't even have an opinion. He just followed God. So following God, we know, is not a bad thing, but they're trying to say through the rabbis that sometimes it's not just enough. The word Noah in Hebrew means rest, and he took the easy way out of blind following, not just challenging the path of leading ways forward, but Abraham and Moses, that's why the Torah forgets Noah so quickly, because of Noah's actions. Small actions, good and bad, have a profound effect on the world and our society. So morality and the drive to do good, well, it must permeate everything we do, whether it's big or whether it's small. Whether at home or in the marketplace, he is righteous, he's pure, and he walks with God. What we're told to this story, it's just not enough. It's the little things that count. And it's quite interesting that Noah does not exist again. Not a lot of announcements. We will be away until December 5th, but we will have services on YouTube
Yes.
for all of you to watch, and we welcome everybody, East Coast to West Coast. I used to say that, but now it's Texas to Canada. So we're following everyone. We're glad to have all of you.
Ufaratsta.
Right. And there's an amazing show, not part of the congregation, but it's coming up and you're in it.
Yes, Rocky Horror Show with the Vail Valley Theater Company. I'm playing Janet, so if you would like to come see that. Very different than Shabbat services, but you can come next Friday night when we're virtual and see that. And you could come see the cantor on Friday night in a very different outfit than this.
So they're not going to learn how to throw things at us.
Not at us, but you can throw things at Rocky Horror Show.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't take one show from the other. And we're glad to have all of you joining with us tonight. It's wonderful to have you for one of our final in-person, and we'll be back. We look forward to that. We have an amazing summer that's being planned. So if you don't get the newsletter, or if you're looking at the newsletter, check it out, because it starts early enough in June, and it's starting to book up all the different events and exciting things we're doing.
Yes, and all year round we have all kinds of things going on. We have our big Hanukkah party coming up. We were off for 2 weeks at Machane B'nai Vail, our Sunday school program, because we had the schools were off, and we are back on this Sunday. And if you know anyone that would like to join us, we still have availability. We have a big, strong class this year, and would always love more. And all kinds of events coming up. We have a bagel making class coming up at Village Bagel, and Tu B'Shvat Seder, and all kinds of things for Passover and Purim, and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned in your newsletter for all of that.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to return to our prayer books now on page 60. We'll rise and join together, Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gidula leotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kilei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam chalkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, livnei melech, Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, V'nemar, V'haya Adonai, L'melech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, U'shemo echad.
At this moment, in memory of our loved ones who are no longer with us, we join hands in love and remembrance. A link has been broken in the chain that bound us together, yet strong bonds of home and love hold us one to another. In solemn testimony to that unbroken faith which links the generations one to another, we call to mind those who's observing Yartzeit this month. Paul Basis, Albert Blum, Scott Deutschman, Sal Duncan, Herman Efron, Leo Farber, James Farber, and Joseph Field. Ignacio Frankfurt, Sam Fuhrer, Lieb Fuhrer, Carl Luce, Garland, Jerry Gart, Kelly Gatchett, Jay Gittleman, Frida Goldberg, Mark Goldberg, Yoram Gordon, and Sophie Green. Gary Gross, Pauline Guss, Alan Kahn, Dorothy Katz, Belle Kaufman, and Howard Kersner. Nancy Kidd, Shirley Kleinman, Michael Cohn, Lawrence Lacob, Sylvia Levinson, Max Levenstein, Marion Levy-Kay, Robert Levin, and Victoria Levine. Dylan Lichtenstein, Marilyn Lipnick, Maurice Lipnick, Irving Robert Lipsky, Wayne Lustig, Shirley Lynch, Maxon Mangalis, Bernice Miller, Sarah Moskowitz, Lois Nickerman, Sophie Numeroff, Ann Orkin, and Reba Papish. Madeline Parr, Harriet Palker, Sylvie Pelkin, Norman Joseph Pelican, Sandra L. Perchik, Erwin Perlman, Sylvia Polger, Irving Press, Julius Presser, and George Riddell. Stanley Resnick, Beatrice Vera Rosen, Nathan Rosenthal, and Samuel Rothenberg. Sally Schechter, Ernest Scheller Sr., Martha Scrudders, Shirley Shane, Sylvia Shapiro, Lenore Shapiro, Charles Shapiro, and Richard Summers, Gerald Stein, Rose Stewart, Randy Waldbaum, and Francis Zaleski. and if anyone else is observing Yahrzeit this month. The Mourner's Kaddish can be found in our prayer books on page 64, and those who wish may join with us as we say, Yitzgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomeichon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman kariv v'imramein, Yehei shmei rabba mevarach le'olam omei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'alamin kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, dambiran v'yalma v'imramein. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imramein. Oseh shalom v'imromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imramein. You may be seated. Again, we look forward to having all of you tune in to our YouTube channel for next week's service. And thank you for being here tonight. Page 66. I don't recognize it. What are we going to do it to?
Adon
No
Olam.
The nice soft one, the slow.
Asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefso kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'achareh kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh ve'hu yeh Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefso kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh hu yeh v'tipara Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefso kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh v'tipara ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh v'tipara ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh v'tipara Hu echad ve'in sheni lehamshilo lehachbira bli reshit bli tachlit velo haoz ve'hamitzra ve'hu eli ve'chai goali Sor chavli ve'isara yehu nisi umanos li minat kosi ve'yom ekra beyado avkid ruchi ve'eti shan ve'ahira Imruchi Geviati Adonai li Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefso kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh ve'hu yeh v'tipara Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa v'chefso kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh v'tipara 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 That is one tough song if you're trying to learn Hebrew. It's just a couple words. It's no big deal.
And we'll all rise for a final blessing. Adonai Oz li'amo yitain, Adonai v'rechet amo v'shalom. May the Lord grant strength into his people. Bless all peoples with peace.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei puri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Yes, please.